ladies, I actually was sitting here editing a video, and as I was editing this video, I started to have a moment with the Lord, and I want to share with you what I was experiencing because I feel like this is not just for me. I believe this is for somebody else as well. But I was having a moment, and the Lord began to talk to me about how I am. And so all my life, I have struggled with loving myself from a very young age. I have struggled with being good to myself. And I've also have struggled with trusting myself. And as I became a Christian, God started taking me on this journey of helping me love myself and showing me who I am in Him. And I want to tell you, though, today, daughter of God, that many of the issues we go through are facing go way deeper than what we can comprehend. And so bear with me as I try to talk about this. And so I was driving in my car the other day, and the Lord starts talking to me about how things have changed me over the years and how probably it was really hard, why it's hard to trust myself and to just trust that, like I can make good decisions, like the Lord is with me, and just have this trust and knowing. And He began to remind me about in my childhood, my stepfather touched me. But after he did that, it almost made it like maybe he didn't and maybe I was lying. And so from a young girl, I felt like I was a liar. And I already was a little bit of a liar before all that, but it was almost like I just had lied on him. And even he cried and he was like, why would y'all lie on me? And you must really hate me. And I remember I loved him. Like, this was my stepdad. This was my dad since I was 2 years old. This was my stepdad. I loved him. Like, there was no way I would lie on him like that. But I remember feeling so hurt that not only he thought I lied, but maybe other people thought I lied in my family about this situation. And throughout the years, as I got older, I wondered, like, did I lie? It's almost like the memory got foggy. And so then through all these years, and I'm 31 now, I'm driving down the road, I'm like, I know I didn't lie. And then things started, over time, it's gotten confirmed and everything. So that I'm way past that now. But God was trying to tell me, like, that might be why you struggle with trusting yourself. Because for years, and I'm not saying just 1 year or 5 years, but I mean 10 plus years, it was kind of like this lie you might have told on your stepdad when you would have never lied on him. But how do you convince people when it's just your word against his? And so all these years you've kind of walked around with, they probably thought I lied on him. And then also you question yourself because well, would my mind have made that up? Or did I just make things up? Or was I just looking for attention and that never happened? And maybe I made that up in my life. Like you literally tried to figure out, like, did I lie on him or would I lie on him? And I want to tell you this. Sometimes our problems with our confidence, loving ourselves, trusting ourselves go so much deeper. And as I was driving down that road, I just began to cry because I'm like, as a 31-year-old, yes, you can deal with this. But when you're 13 and 15 and 16 and 17, and you feel like you've lied all these years, knowing you know what happened, but everyone's don't believe it, or you feel like maybe I should have never said anything. And so you're going through all these feelings. And so, of course, now as an adult, it's hard to trust yourself and it's hard to love yourself and it's hard to feel good about yourself at times. And it's hard to make sure you're not lying. Like, no, I better not ever lie again. I better make sure everything. And I will say this, ever since that experience, since I've gotten older, one thing I try my best not to do is lie. Like, if it's the word, like, it might make me look so bad, but I will tell the truth. And that's probably why I'm so vulnerable too with my audience. So it's been a blessing, but I've learned to not be a liar anymore, because if you're little and you tell these little white lies, but then finally something happens and you tell the truth, and then the person says you're lying, then it looks like you're lying. And I experienced that at a young age. And then now as an adult, I'm driving down the road and the Lord starts taking me on, like, I need you to heal from this. I need you to let this go. And I will say there's layers to healing, because I've let go the abuse and I've let go that, but it was like, but I also now need you to work with being convinced or being told that you lied. And I need you to be okay that people didn't fully believe you. And I need you to be okay with knowing that you loved this man so much, and you would never lie on him. And it's okay to love him, because I think I struggled with, like, I love him but because he's my stepdad, but then I'm mad at him. But then I love him because he's my dad and he's been here all my life, but I'm mad at him because now I look like a liar, And so it was it was a lot of struggle going on within myself. And the Lord had to just break that down to me and be like, it's okay. And I need you to forgive yourself. I need you to forgive others. I need you to just let it go. I need you to heal that area. I want to heal that area in you that has always felt like you were lying, or you're not believable, or you just wish it never came out, or you wish it was never said, because then you started to get looked at like and questioned. Everything was questionable. Like, oh, there she goes lying. Oh, well, she said that happened, but she was probably lying, or things like that. And this is what I just want to tell you. I'm 31 years old, and I'm crying about something that happened so long ago. But not just what happened, but the after effects and how it made me feel. And one thing is, the Holy Spirit can bring these things up for you. Like, I wasn't looking for it when it came up, but I'm so grateful I did, and I faced it. And it hurt so bad, and I cried, and I had this. And so anyways, I'm sharing this because I was having a moment again. I was editing this part of a video, and I had the moment again, and I'm like, don't run from the feelings. I know it feels yucky, and I know it hurts, and I know having to deal with this and face it is hard, but you gotta face it. And you're not a liar, and you would have never lied about that because you loved him so much. You would have never lied on him. And so you know that. So you can trust you. You can trust you. You can be good to you. And you can know that you are good. Because sometimes when you think you lied, or you feel like you're not a good person, you feel like you're not good. And so I just want to share that with you, because I don't know who this is for. I don't know why. And I didn't really want to share it because I cried, and I was like, this is the worst kind of video to shoot. But I will say, the Lord has given me the ministry of vulnerability. And I didn't want to share this because it's hard. And now there's no convincing to have to be done. I'm just trying to convince people that this happened or whatever. The truth has come out in it, and it's been apparent for some years now. But even in all of that, there were still more layers to healing, and I want to share that with you. Like, even though you might have dealt with things that happened, there might be a layer of a belief system you picked up. And so even though that had happened, I picked up this belief that I wasn't good, that I was a liar, that maybe I couldn't even trust my own self and memory and what happened to me, and maybe that was just something I made up. And that's kind of what I tried to convince myself over the years as I got older, that maybe it just didn't happen, and maybe everything I experienced and felt and experienced, maybe it just wasn't real, and I just made that up. When no, it was very real. You experienced it. You know what you experienced. But when everyone around you makes you kind of feel like you're lying, then you just kind of brush it under the rug, and you're convinced that it just didn't happen. And you go on about everyday life, and that's still your father, and you still just go on with your life, And so that's kind of what I did. And so I just want to share that with you guys. I don't know why. I don't know who it's for. But I know as I heal, I pray we all heal from this. And anyways, I don't know. Bye. That was so vulnerable. Bye.